Sean, he had a wicked sense of humor. I mean, even from the time he was little, he was very smart. He was in the gifted program in school. Athletic, played soccer. He was a catcher on the baseball team in high school. You know, entered college at OSU in the scholars program. He was not a wallflower. You knew when he was in a room.
Big personality.
Big personality, yeah.
So was there a point where you noticed a specific change?
Yeah. Yes. He was in college. And I would say he was in his junior year maybe. And I just started noticing that he seemed half a beat behind.
You could tell something was off.
I could tell something was not right.
Do you know when he started taking pills?
It was finals week, and he had told me he was going to go with a friend and ride dirt bikes on their farm. And I told him, you know, don't do that. What if you get hurt? You can't take your tests. You know, wait till your finals are over, and then if you want to go, fine. Well, of course he didn't listen. Typical boy, and did it anyway. Got hurt, and didn't want me to know because he knew he'd be in trouble. So he didn't go to the ER, didn't go to urgent care, and he was living off campus. And the person in the house next to him said, "Here, take a few of these. You'll be fine."
And what were they?
They were OxyContin. And it didn't take long for it to progress to the point that I just finally had to just keep it, okay, something is going on. And finally he admitted it, and we got him into rehab. It was in rehab, of all things, where he learned that heroin is the same thing, only cheaper. So, you know, unfortunately, he went in rehab taking pills. Shortly after he got out of rehab, he started using heroin. I'm a dentist. You know, when I was in school, we were taught to manage someone's pain. But it wasn't that long after I graduated, I would say 10 years, that the tide started to turn. Instead of managing pain, they were trying to eliminate pain. And then patients expected it, and doctors and dentists were taught it is your responsibility to make sure that your patient doesn't feel pain. So I think there were prescriptions written, and maybe more than people needed. There were a lot of pills in people's medicine cabinets, things that they got filled and then didn't use. I speak to groups of dentists about opiates and about prescribing. And I speak with an oral surgeon. When Sean died, he and I were friends, and he lived in Akron, and he didn't realize that my son had died. And he called me a month or so later and, you know, said, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I didn't know. What can I do?" And without thinking, I said, "Prescribe fewer opiates." A lot of physicians, dentists, health professionals across the board are all behind this. You know, as they have become educated and realize that they, you know, were unwittingly part of the problem, that they are really trying to help create a solution.
How do you feel going forward?
It may get worse before it gets better. You know, if I could go back and change things, I certainly would, but you can't do that. So I need to feel that I have to make something good come from this. I can't change it. You know, the worst thing of my life happened. But I need to make something good happen out of this. Is why I spend my time doing this. And I hope, and I'm trying to take it from the other end. I'm trying to prevent future addicts